first annual Southeast Asia Games Onward, or SEAGO. I'm your host, Kathleen Persic, and today we are here to give you a taste of the Southeast Asia Video Game Showcase. I would like to give an appreciation to all people who supported the project and help us with the showcase. Your help is really appreciated. We have a lot of video games coming from Southeast Asia, and we are excited to show you what they've been working on. Now let's start with our first showcase coming from Indonesia. As you all know, Indonesia is part of the video game industry market for more than $1 million, with huge support from the Indonesian community as well as the government, such as Indonesia Games Association. For more info about Indonesia game industry reports, we'll provide you game industry reports from Asosiasi Games Indonesia. With the reporters out of our way, let's take a look at our first game from Indonesia. Game developer Game Changer Studios, along with Neon Doctrine, has been cooking their new installment with My Lovely series, with you now take role as the Emperor of the Crimson Empire, now seeking to revive your beloved Empress. Ladies and gentlemen, My Lovely Empress! Let's take appreciation to the team at Game Changer Studios and Neon Doctrine for creating this awesome game, My Lovely Empress. Our next stop is a cooking game that I heard of. Created by Panitia Game Dev, let's take a look at The Chef Shift.
Hello everyone, we are from Panitia Game Dev introducing our latest game, The Chef Shift. The Chef Shift is a fast-paced typing game in a restaurant setting where you will cook food and serve it to hungry customers, all done by typing. Imagine like Diner Dash and Typer Shark Deluxe had a baby. You will take some ingredient, combine it, cook it, and serve it. To make it more challenging, there's also a mini game in some food. And there's rat, wait, many rats, and you need to shoot it again and again. If it's too hard, you could also upgrade your restaurant to make your life a little bit easier. You play as Lorenzo, small-time thief that by accident managed an Italian restaurant. But his life becomes more complicated after he is involved in a conflict between mafia families. And of course, all stuff is done by typing. You need to type to play the game, type to choose the narrative branch, and type to navigate the UI. We are a team of 6, we met at the game jam. We are 3 programmers and 3 artists. Some have already worked full-time in another job, and some are still in university. We have developed our vertical slice for about 2 months from the game jam version. Then we won several awards for this game, such as Game of the Year at Game Jam Plus 2023 and Technological Innovation Awards at Conquest Philippines 2023. Currently, the game is in the Toge Game Funds Initiative program. For the complete version, the game will have 6 restaurants where each restaurant will offer food from different cultures, such as Italian, Chinese, Mexican, South Korean, Japanese, and of course Indonesian foods. And we will also have a language other than English, so if you don't speak English or want to try to play in another language, you could. If the game feels easy to you, please try to play in Chinese, Japanese, or even Korean. We plan to release our game in the 3rd quarter of 2024, so please support us by wishlisting our game on Steam. The demo is already available on Steam. Thank you!
Our next video game from Indonesia is coming from the team at Extra Life Entertainment and Fifth Floor. This game has been in the works for 3 years and also showcased in Indonesia Game Prime 2020. Without going into too much of a spoiler, you'll be playing as a young girl entering the Coliseum tournament to find out the truth of your father's disappearance. Here it is, one and only trailer for StellaGale, The Trials of Fate. Before we end the first part of the Indonesia Game Showcase, we have the last game to show you. The next one is perhaps you've seen before on Hargai 2023. This game tells the story of an NPC turning into a blacksmith, and now give quests to active players in order to keep the game alive. Created by Ginfo Studios and published by the Iterative Collective. Without further ado, this is NPCville, the story of the blacksmith.
You must have imagined living in a game and thought about how nice that would be, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, it is pretty nice. Hey, that's not me! Hi, I'm Amy. I live as an NPC here in the game. I give quests, craft cool weapons, and sell them to the players so they can enjoy the game. But suddenly, they threaten to close us down. But I love this world too much. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that doesn't happen.
Thank you so much everyone for the participation. This part will be a showcase of video games from Singapore. But before we jump into another game, we'll be right back after these messages.
How far would you go to remember a forgotten truth? Would you let the journey take you through oceans of endless paths, through bottomless pits of despair? Would you strive against your core beliefs? And wage a war against yourself? Gladly.
Hi everyone, my name is Pumpkin Unicorn and I am your host for the Singapore Games Showcase. We're highlighting video games of all genres, from action roguelites with delicious Southeast Asian flavors to first-person boss shooters that demand fast reaction times. Without further ado, let's get to our first game. Our first game from Singapore is a first-person shooter set in the icy landscape of Erebus, Antarctica. Players engage in epic battles against formidable bosses with a wide array of high-powered weaponry and their own fast reflexes. Please watch this exclusive trailer for UNYIELDER from True World Games. Next, we have an action roguelike meets restaurant management sim set in a gorgeous and cute world. From the creators of Noodles Superstar and Battle Sky Brigade comes Battle Brew Productions' first ever PC console title, Cuisineer. This next title from developer Starstruck Games combines the compulsiveness of match 3 games with the strategy of turn-based roguelikes. This is Roguematch, the Extraplanar Invasion. rb.gy Games and Iterative Collective have joined forces to bring you a game that tells a story of helpless cats who are abandoned by neglectful owners and left to fend for themselves. Resurrect their spirits and battle yokai with vengeance. This is a rhythm game of Mononeko.
Welcome back to Southeast Asia Game Onward Showcase, and today we will be looking at video games created by talented Southeast Asia game developers. For this one, we will be showcasing games from Brunei. Game industry in Brunei has been thriving very well for the past years. The first game coming from Brunei is a game where you play as a mouse and squirrel that are put in trust to recover a stolen relic. Created by the talented team at Wild Games, this game heavily draws its creativity from Southeast Asian culture. Get ready to meet with Tikus and Tupai as they embark on their epic journey in the enchanting world of Tikus Tales. Our next is coming from a studio called No One Studio. This studio is founded by Dennis Jar and right now has been working on one of their turn-based RPG game based on Southeast Asia folklore. Join us in an adventure with Captain Naman and Putri Matami in Dongeng Bayang Kulit.
Bahagian yang paling sukar dalam kisah adalah permulaan dan kesudahannya.
Thank you so much No One Studios for releasing Dongeng Bayang Kulit. You can check the game out on Steam with the link in the description below. Now, we have a special occasion on this segment as we are here in a commentary with Dennis Jar about his game Dongeng Bayang Kulit. Without further ado, I will give the stage to Dennis Jar.
Hi, I'm Dennis Jar, founder and lead programmer of No One Studios. Today, we'll be doing a special developer commentary about our first game, Dongeng Bayang Kulit, as part of the Southeast Asia Games Onward showcase. Dongeng Bayang Kulit is a turn-based RPG loosely based on Southeast Asian folklore. This bite-sized game consists of 5 chapters, each of which features a dark, tragic fantasy rendition of iconic Southeast Asian heroes. True to its Wayang Kulit namesake, DBK's main theme and various narratives all center around the constant struggle between light and darkness, and how this delicate balance makes us human. While the main story deals with Captain Naman and Putri Matami journeying to save the captain's ship and crew, each chapter and locale also tells its own unique story. Whether it's about the overwhelming ties that bind, the consequence of forbidden love, the ugly face of jealousy, or simply gambling fate away. All the tales of DBK center around the constant struggle between the inner light and darkness within us all. The main narrative through line that involves the captain and his mystical guide is intentionally kept short and simple, whereas the deep narrative about each locale and its guardian are buried in both the environment and the artifacts you'll find along the way, allowing players to decide just how heavily or lightly to delve into the narrative of DBK. DBK utilizes a simple gameplay structure. Each chapter, the player is put into a series of maps filled with monsters, puzzles, and treasures. The goal is to traverse the map, looting treasures, surviving enemy encounters, and making your way to face the unique chapter boss that awaits you at the end of the level. While each of these components are important to the overall experience of DBK, the intense tactical combat makes up the largest part of the gameplay experience. DBK uses a combination of weakness stagger and momentum type combat mechanics, where exploiting an enemy's weakness will not only allow the player to hinder enemies and deal more damage, but will also allow their characters to move again in that same turn. The combat of DBK was also intentionally designed to have blind attacks yield little to no results, whereas enemy attacks were designed to hurt, encouraging the player to adapt to the combat system. By fully utilizing the tools you have at your disposal, you should be able to outwit your enemies and easily dominate the battlefield. What cannot act cannot hurt you. Between the hand-drawn maps, intense tactical combat, and traditional score, we hope that DBK is able to provide players with an enjoyable and immersive experience. To experience the world of DBK for yourself, get the full game or demo from the links below.
Our final game from Brunei is a horror game that has been developed since 2019 by one indie game developer, Ibdatul Ilahi Zaini. This game tells the story of Raymond K. Fisher, a middle-aged man grappling with a past shrouded in mystery. Dive deep into the mind of Raymond to find the pieces together to confront the shadows of his past to find and uncover his family's fate. This is Vague by SCE Game Studio and Soul Cat Entertainment.
semua to the Southeast Asia Games Onward Malaysia Game Showcase. I'm Schwartz, a Malaysian VTuber, and I'll be your host for this special event. Today, we will be presenting not one, not three, but 5 exciting video games from Malaysian game developers. But first, did you know that the video game industry in Malaysia is fully dominated by digital market with a revenue of over 197 million USD. That's correct, USD, not ringgit. Amazing, right? Furthermore, many of Malaysia's video games are highly supported by Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC. Also, huge appreciation to the team at Hidden Chat Studios. Midwest 90, Rapid City is still work in progress. However, you can try their demo out on itch.io or Steam page. Alright, our next game is coming from Malaysian turn-based RPG by Kindred Studios. While the game is still in alpha stage, you can still enjoy the taste of the music of the game. This is Deva Data!
It all started when the internet went haywire on campus and vicious malware started attacking us. With our graduation in jeopardy, things are looking grim if we don't put things back to the way they were. Now it's up to Y Control, a group of college students with super stylish avatars, to piece a broken internet back together one domain at a time. Oh yeah, that's me, Alt! I swipe from the bad guys and heal my friends. And this is Tild. He keeps us in line and is a great shot. Cursor hangs back and does his hacking thing. And if that fails, he just punches them. Meaty's new, but with her guitar and catchy tunes, no malware can stand a chance. If we're caught in a bind, we can always switch things up in battle and get the upper hand. It might take a whole semester, but we'll fix it up just in time for us to earn our bachelor degrees. Deva Data, coming soon. Try out our new demo on itch.io. You know what they say, turn bass is the best kind of bass.
Alright. Last but not least, our last game before break is an isometric game that tells a story of a fresh young talent at creative agency, Chief Media. However, she finds herself at the company cafeteria being offered a suspicious drink. Oh, very suspicious, by two scheming baristas. And now, she must defend the office from hard workers. Let's give it a shout out to Over Hours!
Good day, everyone. My name is Chala, a VTuber from the Philippines, and today we'll be giving you amazing upcoming and work-in-progress games made by Philippine game developers. Our first game from the Philippines comes from Nyanyang Mobile. Set in the imaginative realm of San Mazo, you'll assume the role of a mood confectioner tasked with transforming your employer's cafe, the Hot Box, into the trendiest spot in the city. But there's a twist. Your past romantic interests, whom you've previously neglected, have reappeared in town, each with their own surprises in store for you. Without further delay, we proudly release the trailer of High Times. Thank you so much to Nyanyang Mobile for the opportunity. High Times will be coming soon. You can check out the game on Steam, consider wishlisting it, and following the developers on their social media. We have an exciting segment lined up where Nyanyang Mobile will provide developer commentary on their game, High Times. Let's dive into what they have to say.
Greetings and salutations. I'm Anjo Limos, one of the senior writers from Nyanyang Mobile, and we like making visual novels and games that make you smile. Our newest project is High Times, a baking simulator and an anti-dating sim. Here's why we're coining the term anti-dating sim. The game puts you in the shoes of someone managing a cafe that specializes in donuts. Things are going smoothly until all your 5 exes show up with some pretty heavy emotional baggage. Basically, what you want from this game is that you get closure with all of them instead of dating them again. The gameplay involves serving donuts with mood enhancers. Mood enhancers are a trendy new vice in this world, similar to alcohol or coffee. They can affect people's moods, which means that you'll be seeing characters under these mood highs. Depending on the donut you serve, you'll get a number of different dialogues and branching scenes with these different characters to spice things up. Our main source of inspiration is our love for Brian O'Malley's Scott Pilgrim, the movies, the new series, and the graphic novel, hence why these X's in the game. There's also our love for playing games in this genre, like Coffee Talk and Valhalla to name a few. So we poured a lot of work and love into this project, and we hope everyone enjoys this game when it comes out. Thank you all, and keep playing games.
Really appreciate Renita Games for their awesome game, CNAG. While we have seen fighting games, let's try another game oriented towards visual novels. This game is a visual novel inspired by otome isekai and villainous isekai that you may have read. This game tells the story of an office lady reincarnated to otome games and now finds a way to prevent otome games' true ending from happening. Without any further delay, here's the trailer for Thorn for the Villain by Anta.
Apologies if I'm not quite the adept dancer.
Has she no brains? Or is she simply fearless?
Let's give a huge applause to Anta for developing Thorn for the Villain. This game is still in progress, however, you can try out the demo on itch.io and support the developer by giving a donation. Your donation to them is a huge help. Our next game is coming from Izumi Games, with their visual novel game set in the drama of a video game development story. Play as Alice Rodriguez, a struggling young adult who's living a double life as an office worker by day and a renowned web novelist by night. Alice was offered by Chris to create a startup company. With the opportunity offered, will she have the courage to risk it all despite the challenges? Let us show you Talents by Izumi Games.
Now for the event that we're all waiting for. Welcome to the first Pangarap Game Jam!
I come from the countryside, you know. I came here despite being in an unfamiliar place. All for my dreams. Thank you for calling customer service. This is Merida. How can I help you?
It really is you!
I can't draw, make music, nor program complex game mechanics.
But what if you had a team handling that?
That'd be a dream come true.
Then, how about I offer you to join my startup?
Huh?
Why would you think that?
That looks like a ripoff to me.
A Tome game again? You never really changed.
We're going to win, no matter what.
Thank you so much to Izumi Games for their game talents. Just like before, the game is still in progress. However, you can try out the demo on Steam or itch.io. And don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam. Our last stop for this part will be a game by Polychroma Games and Modus Games. The game is set in a Philippine high school with you as Mark Borja, who wakes up and finds out everyone has disappeared from the earth. Now it's up to you to uncover the mysteries. Ladies and gentlemen, our last game for this segment, Until Then.
And we're back with another Indonesia game showcase. I'm your host Ardan, and today we're gonna be looking at video games made by Indonesian developers. Our first game is coming from Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Cuisineer Studio is also known for their games such as Non-Stop Show on Android and Living in 2020. Today, they will unveil one of their latest games based on idol industry and business management game. Without further ado, this is Kiss K-pop idol stories.
별처럼 높이 속삭여 있어 나 그리고 내려오지 않을 거야 그늘을 할 일이었어 알기도 전에 너도 나를 좋아 Yeah You Yeah 라따라따라따라 방법이 없어 yeah. 내 누렁내 멋을 해 날 믿기 때문에 날 수 있어 난 나리 Yeah You Yeah 라따라따라따라 Yeah You Yeah 라따라따라따라
We are SEAGO Studio. We live in a rural area in Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
We established Visagani in 2015 on the end of Flash era, working on mobile games and outsourcing projects. We completed more than 50 projects and recently we started making our first premium game, Kiss.
Kiss is our love letter to the K-pop music industry. It's a live simulation game where we play as a manager of an upcoming K-pop idol group.
Seneng dong ternyata bikinnya jadi Nuna Korea juga. Ngerasa jadi Nuna Korea gitu. Speechless. Iya. Gak nyangka.
Biasa aja. Di luar pun. Jujur aja sih aku nggak tahu tentang K-pop tapi interesting.
I feel that our team's strength is in the art. Besides, we have more female in the team, which have attention to details when it comes to management, story, and data. So we want to make a game that our team is good at. Our inspiration was from the K-pop industry itself, where there's a lot of survival and incubation before the group debut. We want to capture this experience into a game.
As the manager, you can decide to care for your trainees or focus on the company interests. In Kiss, we have various mini-games. You could choose the group concept and even designing the landscape.
For the fun part, solving problems can be pretty rewarding and fun, especially when you find creative solutions to tackle some complex technical problems. Plus, watching your game's vision come to life is satisfying. For the not so fun stuff, sometimes games end up being way more complex than what you first thought. It can be really head-scratcher, but it also be a great chance to learn. And of course, in bug fixing, games can be riddled with numerous bugs, and hunting them down can be time-consuming and occasionally frustrating.
Kiss will launch next year in 2024 on PC, Mac, and Nintendo Switch. We put all of our hearts into making it, so we hope that people will enjoy it as much as we do.
Thank you very much for Visagani Studio and their team for revealing their latest game, Kiss K-pop Idol Story. Don't forget to follow their social media and wishlist the game on Steam. They also released a demo of the game on Steam, so you can check it out. Our next game is the creator for Kohana, Ada Cafe, and Tales from Grumpville. Their next game is different from their past game because right now, they focus on shop simulation RPG inspired by popular shop simulation games from Japan. So this is Wonderleer.
いっぱい頑張ったよ。褒めて褒めて。アイテムだよ。わわわ、気をつけて。えい、とややよいしょっと。これを使うよ。何するの？ありがとう。
That's it for Wonderleer by Marshmallow. Don't forget to always keep an eye on them on social media and wishlist the game on Steam. After that, we have another game from Renala Games. This game was originally part of Game Jam Plus Indonesia and has been working hard to creating this everlasting experience of a game. Without further ado, let's go take a look at House of Everlast.
Introducing House of Gepeng. In this game, you will be controlling two characters, Nala and Mr. Gepeng. Nala will need to go through challenging obstacles and environment. She has Mr. Gepeng by her side to assist her along the way by possessing objects to control the environment. Nala's journey will also uncover a deeper story about setting free other ghosts from their suffering. Along with each ghost you set free, you'll discover more about the history of the haunted house and the reason behind. Each ghost in this game has a different level theme with unique mechanics, mind-bending puzzles, exciting platforming action, and charming visual. This game is suitable for casual gamers of all ages, puzzle and platformer enthusiasts, and fans of pixel art graphics. With its challenging gameplay and engaging storyline, the game offers a fun and exciting experience for players of all skill levels. Thank you, and this is Renala Games.
As always, don't forget to check out their games on itch.io and wishlist The House of Everlast on Steam. This next game is from Radamantin Studio, one of Indonesia game developer that been working tirelessly for this magnum opus. Without any interruption, let's give a shout out to In the Days of Life by Radamantin Studio. Our last game from Indonesia for now is the creator for Sunshine Over Us by Eternal Dreams. As you know, Eternal Dreams is a game developer known for their awesome visual novel games, and right now they are working with another studio called Rolling Glory Games, set in a cycle of monotonous corporate routines and endless violence performance for social media validation. Let's take a look at Helen.
We are back with another showcase from Vietnam. I'm your host today, Garadio, a Vietnamese VTuber that will be giving you all the taste of Vietnam video games. Our first game is coming from Vietnam that is set in the imaginative realm of the great empire SEAGO. In this captivating adventure, you assume the role of the young Mahain, a noble driven by an ambition to rescue the court and restore its former glory. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Mid-Heaven, Wings of Ambition. Thank you so much, Mid-Heaven, Wings of Ambitions, and the team who has been working hard on the game. Next, we have exclusive developer commentary coming from the team talking about their game development. Let's take a look at the team's thoughts on their game.
Hello. The character mannerism and demeanors are very much Vietnamese, especially northern Vietnam. This is a high fantasy, stark-raising visual novel with good intrigue and royalty romance elements. We are trying our best to deliver high tension and high stake in both gameplay and storytelling. Please root for our learning experience.
most visual novels, and the title heavily influenced with some ambition in gameplay and some story aspect. During the protagonist's time in the palace, stories, opportunities, and adversities will appear. The stories you heard might help you advance in this adventure. Thank you for joining us in this commentary. We're currently working for year 2 of the game with a lot more content, also aiming for fun to work on the full game. Please give our demo a try. We hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
I'd like to express our gratitude to the Midheaven team for creating this incredible game. If you are curious about the game, we provide the link for the game in the description below. While talking about visual novels, let's get ready for an exciting adventure in an action-packed roguelike game where you have to face hordes of monsters while managing multiple weapons. Interesting, right? Well, give a shout out to God of Weapons! Awesome! Very cool! God of Weapons can be played on Steam as it has been released since September. As always, check out the link on the description below to check out the game. Now, why don't we take our joysticks and let's head to the stadium for a football game made by a Vietnamese game developer. While the game is still in development, you can definitely try the demo out on the itch.io page. Now, let us take a look at the magic football world. So what do you think? Pretty cool, right? As always, check the game out on itch.io link below. Before we get into the next sections, I'd like to give a huge gratitude to everyone including Vietnamese game developers that participate with the showcase. We hope video game industry in Vietnam will thrive higher and higher. Now with that, we will get into an interesting game about receiving an invitation from an old acquaintance created by me and the team. We will dive into the first trailer of Liar's Recipe.
There's something wonderful about games. Games are a great equalizer. They can unite people against hardships or create bitter rivalries. Yet, some go beyond the typical class of people, eager to change the rules to suit them.
The most important piece of the game reveals himself. Welcome to the party, detective. I plan to reveal something surprising by the end, so do be sure to stay.
I'm sorry for not introducing myself. My name is Dahlia Lind.
Damien Allard.
Rudolph Ragabound.
Elizaveta Lovansky.
Vivian Oblique.
I run the Gracious Grow flower shop.
And I am a well-respected artist.
CEO at Cerebral Research.
You're bound to have a great president with Rue at the seat.
Creator of, head designer for, and model with Nimbus.
Mr. Greener, welcome. I wish to celebrate my years of friendship with my closest compatriots with a party.
What's going on?
It's just strange.
I am not good at puzzles. Let me think this one over.
We should find a way out of here and call the authorities.
The killer is...
You can't be serious.
The killer is...
No, I would never.
The killer is...
Why would I kill that old bastard?
The killer is... I don't want to be part of your performance. The killer is...
I'm not going to be a part of some sham detective's false accusation.
You're a sham!
I would
fake.
never!
You're the biggest liar of them all.
I thought you were a respectable man, detective. But it seems I was mistaken.
Not yet rated.
Hello and welcome to the first annual Southeast Asian Game Onward, or SEAGO. I'm your host, Kulit. Today, we give you the taste of the video games from Thailand. As you all know, Thailand gaming industry has grown massively after the pandemic. In 2022, Thailand market value has grown to 38 million US dollar, include both international and local games. For more information about Thailand gaming industry, check out the annual report from Thai Game Software Industry Association. Our first game from Thailand comes from Red Sensation Games and UNYIELDER Studio. This game is a part of DEBA Accelerator program that was held by the government official in 2021, mixing the mystery case game with a horror element. Today, I'm proudly present to you the first trailer from Marin, The Orange Room. Big shout out to Red Sensation Games and UNYIELDER Studio for such amazing project. While the game is coming out soon, you can check their Steam page and wishlist the game there. Our next game is come from the studio located in Bangkok, and it's weaves the heartfelt narrative of the homeless man and his faithful stray dog. According to the team of Shameful Guys Development, nice name by the way, this game is inspired by the real-life struggle event. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bangkok Story, A Stray Dog. Very cool. Thank you so much, Shameful Guy, for the game. This game is still in development, however, you can check out their Steam and itch.io page for the latest version of the demo, and you can also wishlist it on Steam. Next is a super cool trailer made by a team at Barking Kitten Interactive. This guy has been working hard on their first game where you face the challenge along the way. This is Northwind's Ascension. With the plot is out of our way, let's check out the Northwind official trailer.
Hello, my name is Nontawat also known as Sai in our community. I'm here to introduce you to our team Vermilion Digital and our game Mass Builder. With a small team of 7 from Thailand, all founders, and we live together in the office. It's a method we apply to cut costs and travel time so we can fully focus on game development, and it's been around 4 years into the project now. So, Mass Builder. It's a game where players get to customize this big giant robot called a mass unit, however they wanted it to look and use weapons they've designed themselves. It's a game that allows you to be creative since stats aren't tied to any of the aesthetic parts. Each of our mass units have 28 areas where players can attach armor onto, and each of those 28 areas can be attached with a few more accessory parts to create a really unique look that's your own. Painting, decaling, we've got them, and we are expanding the system with every update. There are some extremely talented builders in our community, creating the most fascinating things that even as devs we don't know how they did it, but they're glorious. And after creating the perfect looks, players can then use the tuning menu to change their status however they want it, maybe add some kind of special power, maybe change how weapons work. And then you go into missions. Arcade style gameplay of just smashing buttons and having fun destroying hordes of enemies with the unit you've created. You can build a unit that's heavily armored and be a glass cannon build, or be the most bare-bones skeleton looking unit and be as tanky as a fortress. The game tries to help you fulfill any power fantasy you might have with giant robots. There's not much to the story of the game. It's a typical cliche battle of spacefaring creatures that threaten humanity and you. We want the players to self-insert their own headcanon on what these creatures are, as well as who or what is driving the crew. We just wanted players to have fun building the dream unit and use it in a game setting. It's one of the main inspirations for us to create Mass Builder in first place. Our founding team was all laid off from our old contracted development team, and during those times, we that love model kit building as a hobby made an app that could help us simulate the paint jobs that we are doing with our kids. And when the layoff happened, we made a desperate attempt to design a game around that app. We were thinking, maybe other people might always want to help with their hobby just like us. And maybe if we can make it so that things in that tool can be used in game, it will be a fun game for all. That's how Mass Builder came to be. There's a free demo available if you'd like to try the game out.
We are back with another video game coming from Thailand. I've been told that this game is a co-op multiplayer that's set to release on 2024. According to the source, this game will emphasize roguelike and dungeon crawler elements. While you must prepare your gear, venture to the right path, and may the lights always guide you. Let's take a look at the gameplay trailer for Light Stuff. Thank you so much for Buck Lilo Studio for giving the chance to showcase their game on Southeast Asia game Onward. The game is still in development and will be launched 2024. The next game will be a horror puzzle game that tells the stories of the outside world, created by the solo dev named Meiko P. Let's take a look at the exclusive trailer for Twilight Horizon. Our final game is come from the talent creator from Bangkok, Thailand. This game has received 2 awards from Game Talent Showcase 2023 and Indie Game Making Contest 2022. Today we will be presenting this game on Southeast Asian Games Onward. Without any delay, here it is, Wholesome Heart Dawn.
We're here again to bring you another presentation featuring video games from Indonesia. We hope you're all tuned in because we have something exciting to share. Upcoming games developed by Niji Games and Meloncat, these games published by SoftSource revolve around the journey of helping your clients find their ideal dates and becoming the ultimate matchmaker in town. We're thrilled to show you a trailer for Matchmaker Agency. Huge thanks to Niji Games and Meloncat for the opportunity. Now before we go, we have a brief word from these awesome Indonesian game developers.
We're here again to bring you another presentation featuring video games from the Philippines. Our next game comes from Breadwork Games, with their first game in the works about a bard reviving a rundown tavern in the city of Deep Harbor. Now, in order to achieve that goal, the bard must find trusty employees to run the tavern. Without any further interruption, this is Bardic Quest for Love. Thank you so much for Breadwork Games with their first game, Bardic Quest for Love. The game will be released on February 15, 2024. Don't forget to wish this the game on Steam and follow their social media. Our next game is coming from an indie game developer that has been working on their second game, and it takes place in the harmonious De La Cruz City. In this game, you've transferred to the city to pursue a college education. You befriend 4 fellow students from different walks of life, and you inspire them to break out of their personal circumstances. This is Love Struck.
Hero, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, what are we making?
My professional opinion? Get all the help you can.
We've got your back, Hero.
Our last game for this segment will be a game about finding a forgotten, painful truth in a world where you live a monotonous life. Created by the team at Psychic City Games, this game features a deeply personal narrative about reconnecting with the past, unraveling Julia's inner thoughts by working your way through the story. Let's take a look at Meet Me on the Mountain.
Hai, selamat kembali semua. We're back with another Malaysia game showcase in Southeast Asia Game Onward 2023. This time, we will give you another games made by Malaysian game developer. Our first game is coming from top-down zombie shooter game where you play as Ricky, a young man seek to rescue a young girl named Ashley. And they survive in a world of apocalypse. This is Zombie Soup!
Welcome to the Althean system, Captain. I'm Rami Hopf, and I'll be your guide here. The enemy has been expanding their territory in this system, and we need to stop them before it's too late. There's a small rocky planet about 3 AUs from here. It's a good place to hide a base. I suspect that's where you'll find the enemy. But don't go knocking on their doors just yet. You need to build up your fleet first. Establish a station here. You'll need some mining rigs and habitats too. And don't forget to check out those 2 big asteroids. We need to know what's on them.
Let's go. Copy that. Let's go. Roger that. Surround them. Yes, sir. We're gonna smoke them.
The boss game! This game is still work in progress. However, you can follow their social medias at Twitter. With that info in mind, let's take a look at a fast-paced game created by none other Ghost Machine. This game has been nominated as one of SEA Games Awards finalists 2022 and featured in multiple articles. Whoa! Here it is, Katararama!
Baik semua? Alright. Kita nak tengok the last game on the list from Malaysia is coming from this cute little animal from Weirdworks. Weirdworks has been working on past games like Super Steam Puff, Unicorns on Unicycle, and Monster Nest. Sekarang, now, for the past couple of months, they have been working on this awesome virtual pet right on your desktop. Here it is. Comel kan? Isn't it cute? That's it folks for Weird List by Weirdworks. As you take care of it, it will take care of you. As always, don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam and follow their social media for more information. Alright, without any further ado, this is Schwartz signing off. Bye-bye!
Hey everyone, Junshen here. I'm the Global Expansion Lead for Southeast Asia at Xbox, but I'm also here as a proud member of the Southeast Asia game developer community. I hope you enjoyed our amazing showcase, featuring over 60 different games from 8 different countries from across the region, spanning genres and experiences of all types, from idle simulator to restaurant management sim and heartfelt adventure games. As a representative of Xbox, we're incredibly honored to support many of these games, as well as play our part in growing the Southeast Asia gaming ecosystem, alongside so many amazing community leaders like Game Aesthetic and Virtual C, and game associations like AGI, SGGA, TGA, and more. Aside from some of the games featured here that are already coming to Xbox, we also have many available on our platform today, including games like A Space for the Unbound, Coffee Talk Episode 2, Coral Island, and Ghost Lore. To celebrate this amazing showcase, Virtual C and Game Aesthetic are giving away PC Game Pass codes to lucky viewers. And as a proud member of the Southeast Asia game developer community, I'm so blown away by how we have all come together to put on this moment. Both the Steam event page featuring over 130 games and this video demonstrates our continued effort as a region to self-organize and do the work to bring the spotlight on our own developers and our games. Thank you to all the passionate devs and teams who shared their games and trailers, the organizing committee for working days and nights to put together this showcase, and to all of you for amplifying on social media and with your communities. 2023 has been a landmark year for Southeast Asian game devs, with A Space for the Unbound being nominated at the Game Awards, all the incredible community leaders showing up at both a global and a regional level, and also all the homegrown events, including IGDX, Level Up, PGDX, and Gamescom Asia. And most importantly, all of the game developers and studios working hard every single day to put out amazing experiences full of creativity, delight, and infused with a culture that is uniquely our own. But I would be remiss not to mention that it's also been a challenging year, with numerous layoffs of incredible talent and entire studios, as well as the humanitarian crisis happening right now in Gaza. As such, we have a responsibility to come together as an industry to do right by the people who make the games we love, as well as the world we live in. It truly takes a village to raise each and every one of these games to give it the spotlight it deserves, and the kampong spirit is very much alive with us all here in Southeast Asia. On behalf of these devs and our community, thank you for watching and supporting us.